This is SWC Spread 'em with Caution, a sports gambling podcast featuring Brandon Aptaker and Jordan Heinzman. Please don't forget to subscribe and follow.
Hello. Welcome back to Spread 'em with Caution. I'm Brandon Aptaker, and this is Jordan Heinzman. All right, let's get it going into it. Week 10. Let's tell them how we did. NFL Week 10, I went 6-8. Not bad. I'm not mad about it. 6-8. How'd you do, buddy?
Went a little 7-7 action.
500. That's your best week since we've done this podcast.
Yeah, I've been on a little downhill, but now I should say uphill. Now it's all downhill from here.
We'll get our first winning week soon.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's coming. It's coming for sure.
7-7 ain't bad.
No, it's not bad. You don't expect Miami to beat Baltimore.
You don't, or I don't?
I mean, I personally don't expect the Dolphins to beat the Ravens. Now, I don't know what to think about the Ravens. How about Dallas? Let's go and just talk about Dallas real quick. One week they suck, the next week they look great, so they're bipolar.
Yeah, that was weird. I mean, and Denver's better than Atlanta.
Yes.
Not this week. The Phillies.
Yeah, I know. Denver looked like a turd too.
I'm just confused all around with those two. So let's talk about the ones we were different on. You just touched on it, but I chose Miami. You took Baltimore. Thursday night game last week. Miami with the upset. They actually won the game, but I took them 7.5 plus. You had the favorite. The other one we differed on was I had Cleveland. I had Cleveland +2. You had New England -2. How'd you call that?
Well, they didn't have any Nick Chubbs, so they didn't have any Chubbies. So I figured that it was going to be easier as the week went on, and they called that one. I think even with Nick Chubb, New England would have won, but they kind of destroyed them.
Yeah, I guess I had a little bit more confidence in the Deontay Johnson or whatever that guy's name is, the running back.
Cleveland's got a little thing going on too. Like, these AFC teams are so weird. The Cowboys are weird. I mean, there's a couple of them I'm going to start staying away from. Could they be a Hall of Fame looking team, or could they be the worst thing to ever walk on the planet? Who knows?
Fair enough. Okay. Carolina went into Arizona and smushed the Cardinals. Smushed.
True.
I took Arizona, 10-point favorite, and I was wrong. You took Carolina, 10-point underdog. You were right.
Yeah.
In my defense, at that point in time, like even with the news, I was pretty confident Kyler Murray was going to play.
So I like I said, when I put that red, it was just because I wanted to see who played and who didn't. And Hopkins wasn't playing, Kyler Murray wasn't playing, so I was like, I was pretty confident in the old Panthers.
That was a good call. Yeah, very good.
One straight up. Wish I would have put that on the money line.
And then another one we differed on, my Chargers, 2.5-point favorites at home, Minnesota. Yeah,
I switched that one at the last second because you picked the Chargers, and I just felt like the Minnesota Vikings record couldn't really get that worse, so it just felt like one of those games.
It was a good call. Very close game. A 7-point difference, came down pretty late. There's not much really that can excuse my team. Our run defense is just so fucking bad, dude.
Yeah.
I don't even know why. And I really like Brandon Staley's balls were making us win games, and then they shriveled up. He's got a little ball sack now.
It's just not gonna last forever.
But what you meant when you said that was that it wasn't going to work forever. Not that he wasn't going to keep being gutsy. Why did he stop?
Oh, Probably because he knew it wasn't going to work forever.
Well, this isn't working. All right. All right, and then the very last one that we were different on was the Monday night game. I took San Francisco mainly because I'm a Rams hater.
Yeah, you guys share the same household.
Yeah, and the Rams had just been upset the week before that terribly, so I thought that the Niners might be able to do it, considering who did it in the week before. So that's good stuff. I actually think this is the fall of the Rams. I don't think they're going up from here.
They got a bye week. They'll be all right. They just got to figure it out. Make sure they don't force feed Odell. Stick to the run game, probably. Commit to the run a little bit. Whatever they're doing is not working. How about that Seattle Green Bay game I was at though? How about them Hawks?
That weather looked fun.
It actually wasn't that bad if you put on multiple layers and snowboard gear.
Something on your face.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't hard to get people to mask in that weather.
No, there's no masking in Wisconsin.
There's no COVID either.
No, all-time low rates and 80,000 people.
All right. Sweet mother of God. Cool. Let's talk about week 11, buddy.
Let's do it. Let's fucking do it.
All right. Tonight for listeners, New England at Atlanta. This is kind of a no-brainer. I would probably put my grandma's bank on it. It's a lot. She's rich. The New England's at Atlanta. New England Patriots 7-point favorite. They're kind of clicking right now. I don't want to be weird.
Yeah,
they're kind of clicking right now, and Atlanta's not.
Yeah, they've got it. New England Patriots somehow started figuring it out the last three-ish weeks, I believe. Atlanta is a trash can. They have no Patterson.
They won the week before this one. They beat Saints, I think. It was definitely a division.
Yeah, I believe I got that one right. But anyways, but the only thing with this game is Thursday night games, home teams have been winning. They always have been winning. So I probably wouldn't put my house on it, but I'm comfortable with putting a good chunk of change.
Cool. All right. First game Sunday. Indianapolis Colts at Buffalo. Buffalo. These guys keep underestimating their spreads with Buffalo.
Yeah, because of the Jacksonville game. That's why. You can't score 6 points, 2 field goals, and then come out and gain the confidence of everybody back. If you barely missed a spread, then maybe they'll get it next week. No, the Colts aren't that good. I don't know.
They're Jonathan Taylor Thomas. I call him that because it's Jonathan Taylor. But
if teams learn to stop him, they would be all right. Like the teams, they would be more in the game against the Colts. Like they're
a one-trick pony, and he's not CMC.
No.
All right. So it's a 7-point spread. Buffalo favorite. We both are taking Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
At home.
Yep.
Okay. Baltimore Ravens going into the Chicago Bears. We both have Baltimore 6-point favorite. We're both rated yellow. Can you just give me a little reason why? Why are you cautious about this one?
Cautious about this one because you never know with the Ravens. They have the talent to score and run Chicago out of their own stadium. But will they do it? Probably not, but maybe. You never know. And I'm not about that. Baltimore is definitely the better team. Of course, they've had all these injuries. They're going to have the Lamars running everywhere, and Chicago's going to have the Justin Fields running everywhere. I was looking at the over-under of the 45, and if both teams contain the quarterback, that's going to be a pretty big under. And that's what kind of scares me about even though Baltimore scored quite a few points the last couple of weeks. I think I would rather mark that one red than anything. Okay. I'm not going to put money on it.
All right. Just one thing I want to say about Lamar Jackson. I'm kind of grateful that it seems like the talk about him being, current GOAT conversations are kind of starting to chill finally, just due to the fact of his inconsistency, man. And his playoff ability sucks. So between those two things, I think the steam's kind of came off him a little bit. He's not as dimensional as we thought he was.
Yeah, he's always had a run game though to kind of cover that.
Yeah, I know, but that's never been a sustainable art, and it probably never will be. My
Yeah,
opinion.
playoff Lamar. I don't see playoff Lamar pushing it against great teams. I don't.
It hasn't.
Regular season Lamar is fine.
Detroit Lions going to Cleveland. Cleveland 10-point favorite. I'm taking Detroit, and I don't think they're going to win. I think they will cover that spread on the basis of what Cleveland's going through right now. And Detroit's just kind of used to going through that right recently. So that's it. I think they're both going to suck. I think it's going to be an ugly, not fun game for either team to watch, and that's that.
Even if Nick Chubb doesn't go, I think I almost rather go green on that game because Cleveland just got blown out. They're going to come back for a revenge game. Detroit's happy about a tie, so they're celebrating like a Super Bowl. Goof might not play. You might see Tim Boyle.
Oh,
yeah,
it hurt my ears.
It's getting real rough. I wouldn't pick Tim Boyle on fantasy if he was the starting quarterback on the fucking Bucks.
I know, but if I had to jerk off with Jared Goff in one hand or Boyle in the other, I just wouldn't jerk off at all.
No, you definitely drill a hole in the wall and start getting yeah. That's really all I gotta say about that game. Cleveland's at home too. It's not gonna be fun for the Detroits.
Yep. All right. The beautiful Houston Texans go to their neighbor state, Tennessee Titans. Tennessee 10-point favorite. We're both picking that. Even though Tennessee made me sad last week and didn't cover by 1 point, somehow they kind of relaxed. They took their foot off the gas.
Yeah.
I still feel like I just need to be loyal to Tennessee just because of what they've done for me this year so far.
Some people are calling them one of the I'm sorry. Some reporters out there are calling the Tennessee Titans the number one team in the NFL right now.
I think I might have said that on this podcast.
Their defense went like worst to one of the best overnight. Like one Derrick Henry fall away from turning into the best defense and one of the best defense Packers.
Yeah, they didn't have to be on defense as much before, so that had to do with it.
Probably.
Dude, that guy is just a Chinese Wish.com version of Derrick Henry.
Oh yeah,
he's not. Nice. He has the same hair. He's the same height.
Look,
not Peterson, the other guy.
I know McNichols.
Is it McNichols, the big giant?
The pass catching back.
No, there's a big guy too that has dreads. That's this exact. I think it's Derrick Henry. He's just trying to break. He's trying to get 2,000 yards rushing.
His name is Eric Denry.
He's got a mustache. He wears glasses. Anyways, we're both taking Tennessee. You're green.
Yeah. At home in the rain, Houston.
I don't know why I went yellow. I'm green. I remembered it was the Deshaun Watson lists. All right. Green Bay Pack conference game going to Minnesota. Green Bay is 2.5-point favorite. I don't think that's enough. And of course, I'm taking Green Bay.
Here's where I'm going with this one. So I do have it green because I believe Green Bay will pull it out, me being favorite, of course. This is a game, though, you have to actually worry about because Minnesota can do a little bit of everything. They can run, they can pass. If Aaron Rodgers cannot get that offense figured out, which they did not have figured out last week against Seattle's easy-ass defense, they will lose this game. So Aaron Rodgers has to come out. He's got to put up 24 to 30 points in order to win. That defense on the field too much, Dalvin Cook's going to run all over him, and Jefferson's going to have a field day, I believe.
Well said. And one thing you always say about the Packers is they play to their competition. So if a middle of the road, mediocre, not good, not bad Vikings team is somebody they could lose to.
Yeah, and I mean, there's so much hype on how great that defense has been the last 3 weeks. Kyler Murray, Mahomes, Russell Wilson, shutting them all, like minimizing. They're the second-ranked defense in the last 3 weeks against those three names. Granted, Wilson had his finger issue in the cold, but usually when people start to realize those things, a defense is going like this, they come back down to reality.
Take a poopy.
Especially when they're all backups and third-string players.
All right. I agree. We both agree on that. Green. Miami Dolphins going up north, New York Jets. Another 1:00 game. Miami 3-point favorite. We are both taking Miami. There's not much we can say about that. They're a better team. Hopefully Tua starts and plays since he came in and looked great.
He did. All I'm going to say is Joe Flacco.
Has he played? What white boy's benched?
Yeah, I think he threw 4 too many picks. So first overall believer.
4 of the 6 weren't allowed.
No, yeah, definitely. So remember last week he said he believed that he was a first overall pick in the Baker Mayfield draft, and now he's a third string player on the Jets. Congratulations.
Could you have a more boring name than Mike White?
No, you got to change your name at that point.
Go by Michael, dude.
Yeah.
All right.
Change your
New
last name.
Orleans Saints. Change your last name. New Orleans Saints going up north to Philadelphia. 1:00 game. Hey, this is interesting. We both are taking the underdog. New Orleans Saints. It's only a 1.5 point spread, so I shouldn't say underdog. It's just a dog.
Yeah, just go money line on whoever you take. Just get at this point, 0.5.
No, unless you are taking the Philadelphias, and the only reason the line is this close to what Philadelphia did in Denver,
which doesn't make any sense still. But then again, which Saints team are we going to get? That's why I put it in red. You don't know which team you're going to get any given Sunday.
Either one of these.
Yeah, like Jameis isn't playing, so the Saints could win.
Is Simeon's playing?
Siemens playing. And he's looked pretty decent. Philadelphia.
Not last week. Not this past week.
But he played the great Titans.
Fair enough. And they had a nice little comeback at the end. Well, they also used Taysom a lot. All right. Washington football team at Carolina. I'm gonna stop right there. I've done a great job this season of not calling them the R word. Can I say that? I haven't done it once.
I mean, it used to be their name. So,
what? All right. Washington football team's Carolina's 3.5 point difference. Carolina favorite. Who are you taking?
I went red on Carolina for one reason.
Okay.
Cam Newton. I'm back. Watch him come back and throw a stinker.
He didn't start. He only went in and made some plays. Have they announced that he's going to be the guy already?
The goal line running back that just takes it from the center? Yeah, they announced.
No, he threw one.
They said he's starting. So
okay. It's the right move.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of his. How do you feel if you're a Cam Newton fan?
Pretty excited about it, I guess. I mean, Robbie Anderson got involved for the first time all year. So you got to be, if you're a Carolina fan, I think they're more excited that this happened than having Sam Darnold on the team just because of how bad they've been.
Oh, why would you be happy about Sam Darnold? But
just weren't.
And it's not that Robbie Anderson isn't a good receiver in any fashion. It's the fact that he's so skinny that you can't see him behind the linebackers.
Oh, he got crushed like 2 weeks ago. I thought he died.
Dude, that guy looks like Tim Burton drew him.
Yeah, he put 170 on his weight or something like that. There's
No
way. 170 is the lightest wide receiver in the league, and there's no way.
Wet with a full bush.
Yeah.
All right.
It's 130 silken wet.
San Francisco 49ers at the beautiful, great Jacksonville Jaguars. Last 1 o'clock game, San Francisco 6.5-point favorite. One of my favorite spreads, 6.5. We are both taking San Francisco and green. There is no way San Francisco doesn't go in there and punch them right in the cooter.
Yeah, even if there's the humid part, San Francisco is a warm weather team anyways, to where they'll be fine. Because that does affect people, and I tend to forget that when I start betting a little bit, that humidity, like a team like the Packers will be undefeated and go into Miami and lose to a defeated Miami Dolphins team. It's fucking crazy.
I'll give 4 points for weather, but I think the Niners should have like a 10 or more point spread.
They should. I mean, San Francisco manhandled the Rams, which they had, if you go back and look at it, they had here's whatsies, like weird things happened throughout the game to where it became a blowout. But San Francisco was the better team last week. And I'm glad that San Francisco is becoming a team because they've been very boring to watch the last couple of weeks. Very boring. And so hopefully Jimmy Garoppolo has a little more confidence, like to build you up and break you down, but like has a breakdown at the worst time.
But Jimmy just throw it to Debo on a 7-yard situation. He's averaging 9.5 yards after he catches the ball.
Yeah. Kittle's been involved the last 2 weeks.
That's cool too, but Debo is the man.
Yeah, I don't actually think that San Francisco is going to win any games relying on their offense. Their defense controlled that Rams game more than anything. I imagine that same thing happening against Jacksonville, since Jacksonville is how do you read this? Dog shit. Yeah, dog shit.
All right, you made some good points there, but yeah, San Francisco is going to win that game. Mm-hmm. Cincinnati Bengals at the Las Vegas Raiders. Las Vegas is the 1.5 underdog, so Cincinnati -1.5. We are both taking Vegas Raiders plus 1.5. Weird. 2 times we're both taking the underdog.
Yeah, and let me tell you about why mine's red on that one, though. They have both been very bad in the last 2 games. I don't know an easier way to say this other than flip a coin and hope that it sticks. Like you don't know what you're getting. If they were both hot at the same time. Now they're both cold at the same time. They both have not been hitting the spreads. I'm not fucking touching that game unless I just feel like I'm bored and want to root for somebody.
Yeah, good choices. Yeah, me either. It's a 1.5 point spread and it's an accurate one. So
right.
Dallas Cowboys at the Kansas City Chiefs. We both are taking the favorite, which is Kansas City -2.5. I'll tell you, Kansas City looks like they're themselves a little bit more the last 2 weeks for sure.
Yes, sir.
Fun
to watch.
Dallas is a gamble, and even on their good gamble, it would be a tight game, and I would take Kansas City at 2.5 on a field goal win, even on a good Dallas week. So
the Cowboys have to establish the run on this one. They're not gonna. They could probably pass 11 too. Kansas City's defense is crap. Hey, Kansas City's defense is so bad. I don't know. I don't know how else to say this one other than their offense is, I believe, that much better with Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I totally think Kansas City is going to pummel them. I'm not expecting Dallas to come through and even be the Dallas that they can be. Like they're the type of team for the last however many years makes their playoffs based on how bad their division is. They're not good. That's
wish I knew that you.
Arizona, Arizona Cardinals at the Seattle's. Third time this week. We are both taking the underdog. Seattle Seahawks plus 2.5. Dude, I got a question. Why do you have it marked red?
Red because of the injuries. So the big injury situation, of course, I just mark it red kind of to be. I do it on purpose so that is Hopkins coming back? Is Murray coming back? You're not going to know for later in the week. I'm not putting that bet in yet.
So you're not factoring in Russell's finger situation?
Nope.
I think he's going to be fine by then?
I think Russell Wilson will be fine. And if Arizona gets Kyler back and Hopkins, then I'm going Arizona for sure because I just feel like Arizona is a better team. If they're not back, Seattle's going to blow them out of the water. And those two will make that big of a difference.
Quick note. I don't know if you know this. You probably do. Colt McCoy's hurt too.
Ooh, I did not know that.
Yeah. And he has not practiced. So, so if Kyler's even iffy and isn't 100, it's not like they can stay afloat. Not that Colt McCoy usually does, but
yeah.
I don't even know who their third string is. It's some guy that probably looks more out of shape than myself.
Hey, did you know the Seattle Seahawks have covered the last 3 out of their last 4 spreads, minus last week?
Last 3 out of their last 4 minus last
3 out of the last 4.
5. 3 out of the last 4.
So other than last week, they were 3 for 3 going into that game.
Okay. That's good. That's interesting to know. I'd have to see what the opponents were and if we hit them or not. We'd have to look.
Jacksonville, Saints, Pittsburgh. That's why.
Were they favorites?
They were.
No, they were unders. That's because Gino kind of came to life a little bit there in the last little bit of his starting career.
All right. Actually, Seattle's 3-2 as an underdog.
Pittsburgh Steelers going into SoFi Stadium, Los Angeles to play my Chargers. This is the night game, prime time, Sunday night. Chargers 5-point favorite. We both marked it red. We both took the Chargers. I'll start off by saying I sold my seats to this game and it almost paid for my whole freaking season. So thank you to whatever nice young Steelers fans are going to go take their hot-ass girlfriend to watch their team lose.
Or boyfriend.
Yeah, probably boyfriend. Wrap your wieners in their terrible towels while you cry.
Jesus Christ.
And anyways, why'd you take the Chargers even though they suck?
I didn't know which way to go with it, honestly. Big Ben should be back from COVID. Actually, I like the Steelers defense. I really like Steelers defense and Najee. I almost should just switch it because should I do it again? Chargers at home with that spread. I don't like that spread as much. They're
not at home.
Chargers are.
They're not when it's a team like the Steelers. It's going to be 80-20.
Oh yeah, no. There's so many.
A night game, a primetime game versus one of the top 3 most fan-based teams.
All right, I'll go Pittsburgh and mark it green. You convinced me. When the Chargers are the favorite, they have a negative record. When Pittsburgh is the underdog, they have a positive record.
Would you like to burrito bet
on this game?
Yeah,
with the 5-point spread.
Nah, straight up.
Oh, come on! Give me 5 points.
I'll give you 2.5.
Oh Jesus, we're going 3 even. Field goal.
3, then it's a push. If the Chargers win by 3, it's a push.
God, the Steelers' offense is so bad. See, that's the weird part about that game. Steelers' offense is not good. The only person they have is Najee Harris, and they got Johnson. But Big Ben's not good.
He can't throw it to himself. Johnson.
No, but he's better than what they have. Okay, I get that. The Steelers' defense is really good, and the Chargers are the exact opposite. So what are you going to get from that game?
The thing is, the Chargers' offense hasn't been good the last 3 weeks. Like we barely beat Eagles. That was the last win of the last 3 weeks. So
not a good look.
Yeah, if the Chargers, we knew were gonna be an offensive team. Like we thought that they were gonna have to outscore their opponents. Not this isn't fun. So
yeah.
Anyways, burrito bet 3-point spread. We're on. I'm taking the Chargers by 5. He's taking the Pittsburgh +5. New York Giants Monday night game. New York Giants going into the defending champ Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who sucked last week. Tampa Bay is the 10.5-point favorite. I'm taking 10.5, minus 10.5 Buccaneers.
No.
I don't need to say anything. They're the better team. That's why. Is Saquon back?
Saquandra is back. He is back. So the Giants have covered the spread in each of their last 3 games against Kansas City, Las Vegas, and Carolina. The Bucks have not covered the spread against the Saints, against the Redskins. I'm going to take the Giants are, I feel like, underrated. They're actually 5-4, which is crazy to think about.
They could take the NFC East. East.
So wait. Let me fact check that record real quick.
That doesn't sound right. It should be 3-6.
They are 3-6. 5-4. Where is that coming from? I have no explanation. They are absolutely 3-6. 6-3 Tampa Bay.
Maybe you were going off there covering the spread record.
That is exactly what it was. Performance against the spread, 5-4. So they've covered the spread 5 out of the last 4 games. So yeah, that's right.
5 out of the last 4. But yeah, 5-4. That's the record against the spread.
I'm getting all messed up. See,
you're all good. You should stop working.
Yeah. Retire.
Okay, so
keep my day job.
I'm taking Tampa Bay. I just don't think that they're the type of team that's going to lose. Like what the same theory I had last week on a couple games is like, I don't think Tom Brady's going to go out there and get embarrassed by the Washington Football Club and then go back and not crush the Giants.
But you forgot about the Saints. Washington Football Club. They lost to them both. And they were 10-point favorites. That's why I feel like 10.5. It's actually up to 11 now. Is way too much. For the Giants team, Giants can stay in the game is what I'm saying. Tampa Bay will win. I don't think.
All right, that's your opinion. All right, cool. I'll put our predictions up there on the screen at this part. They've already been up. Let's talk about the NBA real quick. I'm going to start off by shouting out the Phoenix Suns. I stopped sticking with them through the 2 weeks, even though I thought they were going to be one of the better teams in the NBA because they were losing a lot at first. Devin Booker was cold. Chris Paul was passing the ball to the other team. And now, guess what? 9 wins in a row. That's hard to do in that sport.
Yeah, that's not easy. You figured they would turn it around, right? You can't just go to an NBA championship game and have the same young team get a little more mature and then not figure something out. But yeah, 9 wins is impressive. And I flip that onto the other side of the conference where they're struggling is in Milwaukee. I believe that they will turn it around here shortly. They just got to figure it out. They're in the figuring it out stage, not doing so hot.
Okay, well, let's talk about Brooklyn while we're over there on the East Coast. I like Brooklyn to score. Like, I like them on single team overs. I like them on game overs. I don't like them to beat spreads.
No, they just beat one tonight against the Cavs by half a point, which I feel like was a little bit lucky. I agree with you. I'm entirely on board. They've got the offense to do it. But they just kind of seem like when that game starts teetering around 10, give James Harden the ball. Let's get him some points. See what he can do. Then he starts, chucking up threes and doing all this weird shit. And they'll let him back down to 8-7 points.
He doesn't look like himself. He may never go back to being himself. That might have been one of the longest lucky streaks we've ever seen.
Not the luck. No, the NBA literally wrote a thing saying no more fucking Harden bullshit.
Oh, I didn't get that memo, but it makes sense.
They didn't get fouled for like 9 games.
Thank God.
Yeah, it was kind of annoying. I'm glad the NBA kind of switched a little bit, even though you got a couple calls against Cavaliers.
So the Charlotte Hornets have not
Bad
cooled.
call. Remember that bad call?
Yeah,
Ooh, that was a bad call. All right, go ahead.
that was a bad call. Charlotte Hornets haven't really cooled off, but not really as hard as they were. I'm still taking them on most spreads against poor teams. But just be a little bit more cognizant on overs.
Yeah,
That's
a lot of games. It's Wednesday today. A lot of games went under for the most part. I believe only 2 hit the over so far. I mean, the night's not finished. I'll say about 80% went under so far.
what happened. What would the Laker game tonight finish at? The Lakers.
I did not check.
I'll check it right now. Here it is. So the Lakers covered. It was an 8-point spread. They lost by 7.
Ooh, that 8-point spread is disrespectful.
You got them at 9. Did you buy that point, or is that where it was at?
That was where it was at.
Okay, cool. So we both got that game.
First of all, the Lakers are going to lose to shitty teams, and they're going to be competitive with good teams like the Bucks. The Bucks were not that good for the Lakers to be 9 points away, though. They've been on a bad streak. Where did they get those points?
Because Russell Westbrook's assisting them. How many? I don't even want to look at how many turnovers he had tonight.
He gets assists when given both teams. He gets quadruple doubles on a nightly basis. He's great.
All right. Orlando Magic scored 104 or more for the third time this season.
Do I gotta say more? They're up and coming.
They beat the Knicks.
I'm so glad I didn't bet on that game because I figured that game. Yeah. I figured that game would be a blowout, but
another thing I'll say, I've told you this before on this podcast, and I won't stop. If the Pistons single team line is at 98 or over, take the under. They do not score 100 points because they don't have any Division I college basketball talent or better.
Stop it.
They suck. They suck.
Homeboy's not bad.
Cade Cunningham?
Yeah, he's not bad. He can score the rock a little bit.
He would be top 10 in the WNBA. No joke.
Oh,
straight up.
No, I don't feel like they don't give him the rock enough. They don't give him the rock enough. But yes, I agree with you. They're winning. Was this their 4th game by scoring under 100 points?
They don't score 100.
Just make sure that I said under. Just make sure that they are not playing the Rockets, because the Rockets will give them layups.
Okay. I don't think there's any real notes. Luka was hurt, but he's going to be back. This 1-game injury. Jaylen Brown will be back this Saturday. Also, Suggs, the Magic rookie, hasn't been great, but they again not using him enough. Is on game to game. I don't think he played tonight.
Yeah, they need some. They got too many damn point guards on that team. They need some injuries or, to bump his minutes up from 20 to more like 30. I feel like if you suck and you have an up and coming rookie, play him.
Yeah, why not?
Give him some minutes. What's the worst that's going to happen? You suck still?
And if you're the Magic, play him, let him make the all NBA team and then trade him. That's what you guys do.
No. We don't trade anybody. We release him in free agency. Go.
Oh, no, I'm talking about historically, like Shaq and
Dwight Howard, Tracy McGrady. We're talking about, future
Francis.
Hall of Famers. No, he's not going to be a future Hall of Famer. Those who we trade. The rest of the good cornerstone players, we just let walk.
Oof, I lost the Kings game. I had +2 at Timberwolves. Anyways, I think that's all I got for NBA.
Still kind of nice.
I still say wait on college basketball.
Is Edwards going to be a star? Superstar?
Not superstar, but yes, he will. He will be a 3 to 6 time All-Star throughout his career.
He is taking the league by notice right now.
He's nice.
He's jumping through the gym.
It's kind of weird because Cat is top 5 in 3-point shooting, Karl Anthony Towns,
No,
who was criticized heavily before for not being able to shoot the ball. And now it spaced the floor, and this kid, Edwards, can attack. It's cool.
yeah. It's really reversed on how they were trying to do it, I think, and it just kind of worked by accident.
And they fired Flip Jr., Saunders Jr., and they just don't really have a coach, and they just let those guys play street ball, and it works.
Street ball, there you go.
All right. Yeah, there's nothing else I can say. The Rockets suck.
Yes, but they've been covering some spreads. They've been covering some spreads. They're losing every game they play.
Their spreads are like 14, dude.
Exactly. Why does Vegas keep doing that?
I take their single team under almost every time also. They had them scoring 102 points today.
You got to cover it with the spread.
Oh, parlay the under.
Parlay, yeah.
Okay.
Take the under, take the spread, parlay it. That's an easy $30 on your $12 bet every time. $39.
All right. We'll continue to post our picks, NBA, on the Instagram. So follow us on Instagram if you're not already, at Spread 'em with Caution.
True.
All right. I think that's all I got for episode 4. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next Thursday.
If anybody else has any other sports they want us to talk about, let us know.
Yeah, and if you need advice, questions, want to learn how this works, anything, hit us up, man.
We're just going over popular shit right now. If you want advice on anything else, we'll hit up our sponsor. We don't have a sponsor.
Except for lacrosse or water polo.
Oh yeah, no, I don't watch anything but beach volleyball.
Yeah, the one where they're wearing the niceties.
Yeah, the dudes that
the bulge. It's gray sweatpants season.
Gray sweatpants season. Here we go.
That's not one sport we're gonna bet on. All right. I am out of here. I will see you guys again later.
See ya.
Peace.